Meryl Streep calls Trump dictator who stole election. President gives her nasty surprise by Rebecca DeCirio for Entertainment Politics, MadWorldNews.com. After Meryl Streep infamously bashed President Donald Trump at last year's Golden Globes, she is now coming out with a new movie called The Post, a movie based on true events about the Washington Post in 1971. Streep is making the rounds, insisting that Trump is a dictator, stopping a free press, and stating that he stole the election from Hillary Clinton, but that's when things got ugly. The president gave her a nasty surprise, making her look like a fool. Meryl Streep is one hot liberal mess. She is so confused about the truth in this country today, she actually buys the liberal lies about Trump, every single one of them. She's convinced the president didn't win the election, and she thinks actual Russians caused Hillary to lose. She also believes Trump's war on the fake news is a war on real news, and that's where she gets a nasty surprise. Trump has proven his point time and time again. He has pointed out bogus stories coming out of the New York Times, ABC News, and yes, now the Washington Post, which was bought by Amazon's hardcore leftist billionaire, Jeff Bezos. Trump told Streep off right after the Golden Globes, where the leftist actress went on an anti-Trump tirade. Meryl Streep, one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood, doesn't know me, but attacked last night at the Golden Globes. She is a Hillary flunky who lost big for the 100th time. I never mocked a disabled reporter, would never do that, but simply showed him groveling when he totally changed a 16-year-old story that he had written in order to make me look bad. Just more very dishonest media. Yet Meryl Streep continues to hammer the fake news talking points and providing no proof of her claims. Comparing her upcoming movie, The Post, to President Trump on CBS this morning, it's quite clear, along with her co-star Tom Hanks, who vacations with the Obamas, that these people need help with the truth in America today. Looking like a cat who just swallowed a canary, Streep's eyes get huge when asked why this new movie is relevant today. And Hanks answers that the movie was written in October of 2016, when the first woman in the United States was going to be president for the first time in history. Things were altered by that. Streep chimes in, we knew what had happened, meaning Trump's election was altered by dark forces and Hillary really won. There's a siege on free and independent press, says Streep, to which CBS's Gayle King then adds, this is what we see the President of the United States doing today. Streep nods her head. When the state Trump goes after the press, fake news, it's a very dangerous situation. It's a 9-minute clip. I might put it up separately. Are these people for real? Are they so far removed from what is going on today, or are they stuck in some type of time warp in 1971? We know for a fact that so-called journalists colluded with Hillary Clinton's campaign. We have their actual emails doing the colluding. We have CNN's former employee Donna Brazile giving Hillary the debate questions. Then there's the whole fake Russia narrative. Within 24 hours of Hillary's concession speech, campaign chair John Podesta and manager Robbie Mook assembled her communications team at the Brooklyn headquarters to engineer the case that the election wasn't entirely on the up and up, reports the New York Post. The report adds, for a couple of hours with Shake Shack containers littering the room, they went over the script they would pitch to the press and the public. Already Russian hacking was the centerpiece of the argument. The plan, according to the book Shattered Inside Hillary Clinton's Doomed Campaign, was to push journalists to cover how Russian hacking was the major unreported story of the campaign, and it succeeded to a fair fare thee well after the election coverage of the Russian collusion story was relentless. You would think Meryl Streep would get informed. We agree the upcoming movie about the Washington Post who fought to publish classified documents so that the American people could learn the truth about corruption in Washington, D.C. is relevant today. The only problem is that this is 2017, not 1971. The free press is dead and gone as far as big news outlets go. We know why Tom Hanks is brainwashed. He vacationed with the Obamas and recounted the talks that were going on during the trip. He described these talks as hardcore policy-type discussions going on 3 times a day, as Mad World News previously reported. Trump has blown Streep and Hanks out of the water with tweets circumventing the fake news and going straight to the American people. Never seen such Republican anger and unity as I have concerning the lack of investigation on Clinton-made fake dossier, now $12 million. All of this Russia talk right when the Republicans were making this big push for historic tax cuts and reform. Is this coincidental? Not. The problem with the Hollywood crowd is that they are stuck with the lying Democrats. They pick that side, and no matter what comes out, they will never break away and investigate for themselves what really is going on. Their minds are closed, and they have made Trump into a caricature so they can continue to believe the lies coming out of the fake news networks. Streep also said we need good investigative reporters today. It's a dangerous job. Yeah, where are the investigative reporters? There are still a few like Jonathan Allen and Amy Parnes who got the inside scoop on Hillary's campaign and exposed the bogus Russia narrative. They are totally ignored by the Hollywood crowd who get their news from CNN and MSNBC. Thank God middle-class Americans rejected the Hollywood crowd with their fanfare and voted for Donald Trump. Now, if we could only get them to shut up and go away. I say they're digging their own graves because America, just like the NFL tried to pull their stunts, America has had enough of the Hollywood crowd, has had enough of the NFL, has had enough of all of this. Eminem came out, started bashing Trump. What happened to his new album? Down the tubes. So what does that tell you? You think this movie is going to be a success? No, because yes, Meryl Streep is overrated now. Yes, because you're going against the country. We're supporting you financially. Well, that's about to be pulled now. So the American people will speak. I used to like Meryl Streep, used to love Tom Hanks, but enough is enough with this. I'm not going to watch their movies. And there you have it. In a nutshell, America will speak up with their pocketbooks. And these liberal nut jobs, they think they're on the right side of the tracks because the money, all the money, the crooked money that's supporting these crooks, it's going to be drained away because they're going to be unimportant. So they think they're staying on the right side where they're collecting their money, but they're not, because they're going to just be thrown in the garbage when they're not useful anymore at the box office. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and again, thank you so much for watching.